So we ran into one issue with the hardware for the top spring cups that go through the frame.
Now for the ultimate test, ride height.
Hey friends, welcome back to the shop. Not a long intro on this one. You've already saw all the parts for the suspension that we're going to be putting on Harold. Today we tackle the rear end. Well, maybe today, maybe over a couple of days. Depends on what things we run into as we tackle this.
Hopefully not too many walls.
Yeah, hopefully not too many that we got to crawl over or go through.
Or hit our heads on.
Hush, don't say that. All right, let's dive into the work and get it low. "23 inches.
Damn it! You've got to be shitting me!
Son of a bitch. Just when you think that you're in a groove, then Murphy's Law kicks you square in the nuts. My damn grinder, dead. I can't cut the U-bolts off now. Off to Harbor Freight we go. Again. All right, I am back. Yeah, Harbor Freight for the save. And beautiful timing because they extended their parking lot sale, which allowed me to get a new grinder and it upgraded for a hell of a lot cheaper. So let's get back to work. And shout out to Dave at Brothers for the genius idea of the jack stands in the back, bolting them through the frame. Now I don't have to worry about using any of my other jack stands. It's perfect. Number 1001 of, while we're in here, while talking with my buddy Greg from Nova Scotia and the different things that we were doing, he pointed out that the carrier bearing here looks to be pretty torn up, and he was right. So we're going to go ahead and replace that too. Why not? All right, little trimming here, little trimming there. Got everything sized in. Now to drill the final holes and bolt it in snug. All right, one side in and done. Everything fits pretty damn good. A little bit of gap right here. I cannot get anything else tighter, but I'm not necessarily concerned about it because once we have everything on, I plan on going back and weld it onto the frame so it will close all that up anyway. All right, now the driver's side C-notch is in. I'm gonna go ahead and knock out getting rid of another box of parts, which will be the rear shock relocator brackets. These, if you recall, will actually go in the place of the old ones. All right, let's get that done. All right, West at our favorite powder coaters here in the Cincinnati area, Commander Coatings, did a knockout job on the trailing arms. They are all good. For the bottom shock relocator kit brackets, it's these right here. These will actually go in where with the U-bolts. Here's our old one. Can't get all of this put in quite yet because LMC is taking a while and actually getting all the hardware that we need. So, to be continued on this piece. Alright, passenger side is in, everything looks good, and unfortunately now we're going to be in a holding pattern because we are waiting for LMC to send us all the new hardware to mount the rest of the stuff back. And we're back. 2 weeks later, yay! Box from LMC. Do have to give a shout out to LMC because at least they put a banner on their page letting you know that their processing times were much slower right now, so nobody was butthurt knowing that it was going to take 2 weeks to get hardware or anything that you order from their website. But new U-bolts and a bag of all new hardware that we need to mount the rear bumper and anything else that we're missing. So let's get this damn thing back together. Do a little.
There you go.
All right.
Tap it, tap it, tap it.
Just like that. Alright, I'll lift if you will slide this under the axle.
I will lift.
I'm going to lift the axle up.
Oh,
if you can
okay.
get that underneath it.
Yep.
Okay.
Are we clear? Nothing under the wheels? Okay.
So we ran into one issue with the hardware for the top spring cups that go through the frame. So the bolts they provide in the kit, which is the exact same length as the OEM bolts, are about 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 inch too short with the lock washers. So we ran to the hardware store, picked up new bolts, longer, and it's likely because the plates that along the frame from the spring enforcement plate and the frame itself, they are not 100% flush. They're just not going to be with the age of this truck, and one of the plates has rusted. The middle plate has rusted some and expanded, so that little bit of difference has really thrown it off to be able to bolt the frame to those springs. But no big deal. We just get a little bit longer bolt so that way we can crank it down and make it work. All right, let's get back to this. Damn. Okay, you know the saying, you fail to plan and you plan to fail. Well, I had a plan. I swear I had a plan, but it was for each individual component, and I did not realize that when we got to the track bar, aka pan hard bar, that the brackets, there's actually brackets that come with them. This right here actually goes over the passenger side trailing arm. So you no longer use the stock OEM mounting bolt on the axle. Let me show you. So we no longer use this. All right, that's where the original went into, as well as the original spot here. All right, this one will still be used. However, not that bolt. Now, this bracket, as Dana's so politely demonstrating, goes over the trailing arm and connects to there. So, what we have to do is take the U-bolts back out, and not just for one side. Oh no. The driver's side actually has to come back out because they give us this handy dandy shim that has to go on there. Thankfully, these are all new U-bolts, so this should all come apart incredibly quickly.
This is what happens when you don't look at the big picture.
Yeah, we're not going to go there. Okay, panhard bar is in. Rear shocks are in. Everything looks good. We'll come back and torque everything down once everything is lined up and we know it's where it's supposed to go.
Because we're missing a piece there.
Yeah, we're missing a little something right there in the middle, so we want to make sure we've got that straight before we torque everything else down.
Now for the ultimate test. Ride height. Where are we at? About 17.5 inches?
Yep. Without any settling, I think that'll be pretty damn on spot.
I like it when it's on the spot. You keep putting me on the spot. What else am I supposed to say other than dirty jokes?
All right, let's sign off before Dana continues to bury herself with her dirty mind. All right, next episode, we tackle the front. So make sure you stick around. We certainly appreciate you following along on the journey up to this point. Until next episode, take care, stay safe. We'll see you then. Bye.